Hi everyone. I hope you have a nice day today. Okay. Yeah, I see you already using the chat to say hi to each other, yes? And also please use Slido. Let's create our own word wall of places where we're from. Okay, I see Kharkiv. Give me a second. I'll just... Oh, sorry. Back. Yeah. Make it bigger a bit. Okay, of the chat. Okay, good. Okay, let's take a look where we're from today. So I see Nikoполь, my neighbors, Чернівці, Київ, Дніпро, Кременчук, Коваль. Hi. Hi everyone. Канів, Слов'янськ, Нова Каховка, Жовті Води, Дніпро, Харків, Кривий Ріг, Київ, Запоріжжя. Hi locals. Кривий Ріг, Херсон, Дніпро. Okay. As usual, we have pretty big demographic. Okay. Київський, Львів, Рівне. Okay. I see you greeting each other. I will give you a second. Hi. Okay. Hi everyone, and oh, I see also not just Ukraine, yeah, but still most of us Ukrainians, yes. So I will give you a second to finish, as I see people typing. Odessa, first Odessa, Бердянsk, hi. Kyiv, yes, long live Ukraine, yeah, hail to Ukraine, and to all brave people of Ukraine. I hope you are watching Eurovision right now and support Ukrainians too, yes? Okay. Калуш, Вінниця, Запоріжжя, Полтава. Okay. So, before we start, I will introduce myself. My name is Ірина Малярова. I'm a senior LT consultant of Linguist Company, and also I'm a proud representative in Ukraine of publishing house National Geographic Learning. Today we will be talking about a pretty big topic, homework. But before that, I will ask you some question about other events. Okay, sorry to see someone from Moscow. If you're not Ukrainian, please leave us. I believe it's fair to ask only Ukrainians to support Ukrainians and each other, yes? Okay. So, I believe we are ready to start. I have another question for you, so please use Slido to answer. Also, please use the chat. The question is pretty big one and really important. My ILT consultants asked me to show it to you and get your opinions about this question. Should we shorten our registration and also feedback forms for events? I know they are pretty big right now, but we don't want to make this change without consulting these people who use these forms the most. You, our participants. So, what do you say? Plus or minus? Should we make them shorter? Plus, okay. Okay, the form is okay. Yes. Everything's okay. Minus. Okay. Let's see. You can type it in right now. After the webinar, I will count it with the program from our chat to see what we prefer most. I'm not often send you feedback forms, as I often ask you to choose the topic for next webinar, in the registration form, but my LT consultants hear sometimes that it's too big and it takes time to fill in such forms. So I decided I will ask you. Let's be open about such questions. Yes. Okay, I see most of you. At least I hope put in plus. Yes, we should. The rest of you, sure, no, it's okay. But I will count. Thank you. Thank you for giving me your opinion. So I believe they are ready to progress to the topic. Yeah. And topic today will be about homework, as I told you, and it's topic that I myself experienced a lot of hardships and stress from it with my students. I can't say it was only the responsibility of my students to complete their homework. No, I believe I did some mistakes, and probably I'm still doing, and maybe I will do some mistakes in the future with homework. They are not ideal people, yes, and we progress, we develop our teaching styles. So today I want to have conversation with you about homework and take a look what we can improve, yes, to figure out what maybe sticks better to us, yeah, and also to figure out is it important to give homework at all? What do you think? Homework, good or bad? Should we get rid of homework as нужно doing it for first graders, or homework is the essential part of what we are doing with our students? It depends. It's a very good answer. Thank you, Tatiana. I believe I stick closer to such opinion. I'm in two minds about it. Always bad. It's essential. Yeah, and today I want to differentiate with you self-study and homework. Yes, self-study can be essential. Yes, sometimes we need our students to come and be informed about something. So self-study, like taking parts and listening something from student book, it's okay. I believe it's sometimes necessary. But if you're talking about additional practice, homework, yeah, good for teacher to check, but not for student. Oh, yes, it's a good opinion. It's not always students enjoy doing homework. And I also had several occasions that, let's call it like that. I had an honor to teach the boy and also his mother. And she always told me that it's hard to put her child to do homework, but from her I never seen any homework completed, and then she started to understand why it's hard to do for her child. It's the same reasons for any type of age, primary learner students, secondary, young adults, they're all the same with homework, I believe. What about you? Did you enjoy doing your homework while you were a student? Did you? I believe the approach to homework needs to manifest from what we experience ourselves. And it's hard to show good examples of behavior if we ourselves never had connection with homework. It depends on subject. Yes, not always. Sometimes it depends on the topic. Yes, sometimes it's on the subject. So sometimes it's more my favorite teacher, not so favorite teacher. Yes, so sometimes it's how hard and complicated it. Yes, we enjoy, don't enjoy. So interactive activity. Oh, today we'll be talking about all the games and playful approaches to learning. And today I want to take a very critical approach to it. Okay, it's dependent on the skill we need to practice. Okay, I myself enjoyed only complicated homework, more like assignments. that I could do in collaboration. I really enjoyed such activities. That's why for me it's easier to propose to my students some collaborative activities for homework. So study halls, any type of activities that can be done together, I believe it's easier for me to show students how to do it, because I myself enjoy such types. And I believe if you take a look at our teaching style and also on our our studying style, I believe in our studying style there are some things that we enjoyed and we now share with our students. Oh, okay, so homework for English language and literature. Mine was with Holitsky, and you know, it's a Russian author, so in some cases I didn't enjoy my English language homeworks, but reading something and English literature, yes, I believe it's interesting, and let's call it like that, eyes-opening, yeah, like, oh, you learn not just phrases, you learn concepts. Today, I want to stick to this agenda. We will be talking about why homework not always working for students and also for teachers. Both sides are important in this conversation. I intentionally don't include parents, as I believe parents is not a part of conversation if we're studying higher than primary learners. So if we're talking about very young learners, yes, it can be collaboration with parents about what we are doing as additional practice at home. But it's better to call a family assignment than just name it homework, like especially I'm giving you work for home, yeah? And give more time, I believe. If you're talking about secondary school, no. Always I have conversation with parents about you need to understand that if you want to proceed with your student, with your children, at this moment, please get up and go to another room and find activities for yourself to enjoy or relax after work. Do what caters to you more, but give the space for students. It's very important for students to have this space, not to feel like they cramped. Yeah, like you need to do, and I will sit together with you because I know we will do it better, like that. So for that not to happen, I just have conversations with parents that it's maybe better to leave students to study themselves. Than they doing something. Okay, we will be talking about choice-based homework, as I see the trends going down right now with what we can propose. You take a look, it's not something that tells us give up everything what you do right now, stop using books, stop using workbooks, stop using any material that you produce, and begin listen to students. It's important to listen to students, what they want and how they want to study. It's important. They are included in this process. They see a lot of examples how to study. They develop their learning skills. So that's why it's important to have such conversations. But we will take a look. It's more based on what we want as teachers than at what students want as free spirits, let's call it like that. And we will be talking about homework activities, what we can do for them to be more engaging. I know, engaging and also funny and playful and also gamification. Sometimes just words that we say to make something seems like more positive, more bright, more interesting, but not always it works. Today, I want you to take a look and choose what goes for you more, not just to stick to what everyone is using as a trend. If something working for you and your students better, maybe this is the right approach. Yeah, this is what we can learn from you, not other teachers, like colleagues, forcing their ideas on you. So, and we will be having questions and answers together. First of all, let's speak about students. Why students don't like homework? What's the problem with it? How do you think? Any type, reading, listening, speaking, anything that we give, sometimes we see like, not again, homework. what's the problem? What's the core problems? Not just like peculiarities, but okay. Second, okay. What they don't enjoy in it. How do you think? As I believe the grammar. Oh yes, grammar. And with grammar, oh yes, thank you, Oksana. Very good point. It's useless for them. Yeah. Writing. Okay, this writing. We will be going for more general factors, but we will be talking about this word skills and functions. The problem is. Okay, first of all, especially with the grammar, it's the same concepts. We're going around some the similar topics, or we work over some topics. Yes, like we stick to, I don't know, present simple, present perfect. We go there, conditionals. We speaking about the same things, and at some point, students get new information, or like let's call it probably additional information for them, but they don't pay attention to it just because the main concept they already know. Yeah. They don't enjoy it. No, I believe it's more that we like or dislike something in general, then we don't want to speak about the core of the problem. Like, you can't deal with it. It's natural. It's natural. It happens like that. Not always. Not always. As yourself examples that you say that you enjoyed some homework. So obviously, hi Summa. Grammar students don't desire of hard work. No one wants to work hard. No one. And I believe it's okay. We sometimes need to work hard. Sometimes we need to have the moments of relaxation. It's okay. Sometimes you need even meditate during breaks. So it's okay. Sometimes we're too hungry. We are too sleepy. Yes, especially right now, then we have such neighbors. Yes, and also sometimes we are too stressed. So bad days for English and good days for English, and for other types of learning too. Lack of motivation, grammar, words, yes. But you see, the problem is that something that we already overtaught, if we can call it like that. They overtaught the same topics, and sometimes it's hard to give the doubt that, okay, maybe I don't know some particular exemptions from these rules, or maybe it's new approach to the rule that I already learned, and that it will make it easier for me. It will bring me more opportunities to me how to use it. In most cases, we see some topic, it's like, okay, present continuous. I learned everything that I could in the 5th grade. So something like that. It's happening like that. Or today I've chosen particular topic with you to take a look at the book. I'm today will be showing you a book for adults, as I mostly struggle to give them homework. That's why I decided to choose this one. And topic I've chosen, home, houses, all this vocabulary that we often teach very young learners, then it's young secondary school. We also teach them a lot of it. Sometimes it's on repetition, and repetition is good. Yes, like what we want from homework, some repetition, some practice. But over the teaching and also over practicing can also be this a factor. Yeah. Next one. No time for other activities, no time for relaxation. So sometimes it's not directly other sphere of what we can correct here. As general time management is important, and it's something that often taught in families. Yeah. But also we can show our students time management during lessons too. So no time, it means too much homework, or I don't know how to do this homework, not to spend too much time on the activities that I could do. Yeah. some activities we can do easier, but if it's too complicated for us, like we skip something, we miss some parts, we don't understand the strategies, we randomly do something. So sometimes, yes, it's just sucks our time from other activities, and like, okay, I could do my homework and could play with my friends, but oh no, I need to choose something boring that repeats a lot of concepts that I already know, or playful, enjoyable, and also exciting new world that I can play with my friends. So obviously, the choice won't be for homework. Yes, definitely. Format's important. Irrelevant. Yes. Definitely. Real world application is not there. Like, we learn something or do something only for school. It's like you do some reports that stay inside your company, yes? And you can use it only there. And the same happens with English. They sometimes don't own it. We just like taking a loan on it. And this homework like that. We just feel, okay, I'm doing this homework just to come to the classroom, and that's all. Just some marks I will receive, and in 10 years I will forget about them. And my teacher will forget about my homework in, I don't know, sometimes it's 10 days, sometimes it's funny, in a year, but nevertheless, in many cases, we will forget about this homework very quickly. And also, real-world application, it's what we lack in. If you're talking about homework for exams, it has, in general, higher level of completion just because students understand. They need to prepare for exam. They do this similar activities that they will use as example for the real world application. So better approach to homework there. Okay, next one, something can be very confusing for us. We can forget what to do, what instructions, how to do some activities. And here I will start talking about good platforms that we can use. And often I would recommend it to you, but you need to understand, if you're given word to homework and you never played with your students it together, if you never showed how to do some basic things on WordWall or Quizlet or I don't know, any type of activity that will include interaction on platform, it will be confusing. Like right now with you, I'm understanding what I need to do, but if we never repeat it through the classroom several times, it's a bad type of homework, as it's always takes additional time to figure out what I need to do here. I need to click. I need to skip something. I need to push or hit, or what I need to do. What activity? I need to type in. I need to choose. Sometimes it's easier to figure out, and the best platforms propose you such examples, but not always other students have this media level of understanding even technology, but even understanding how some task works if it's interactive ones. That's why it's okay, stay back, to go to the safe zone. Their students know what they're doing with the activities. We will be taking a look at it. And confusing tasks about writing, it's like, what the problem with writing, especially if we are talking about the no returning to us, I hope in several years with writing, what we can do there. Students need to understand criteria, how to write. If we take a look at different international exams like IELTS, for example, there are even structures that propose you the purpose of each sentence. I still remember the structure of 15 sentences for any type of essay that students can write. And each sentence has some purpose, and we understand what to write next. So it's not just you and a blank page, and you trying to please a teacher and cater to some particularly wants and needs. No, you're doing it as a structure that you learned and you follow it. So confident tasks, it's also not the best homework. Okay. And I believe if we talk about general, I don't want to do homework, it's about that. We feel that we need to do something. We have to do something. We must do something, yes? And it's still the same. Like, you need to eat carrots every day. Who wants to eat carrots every day? Let's make it Friday and Monday. Yeah? Let's find some common ground about it. But for Tuesday and Wednesday, we will be trying something new. So it's about that. Not always must do the same type of activities. It's a good approach to homework for students, as they feel it very quickly that they repeat something. They often can recognize the same text, the same points, and it's hard for them to feel motivated by it. Even if your lessons are motivating enough, like they enjoy it, you do some great projects, just the same type of homework, only following a workbook, can be very boring, yes, and I believe you enjoyed the most activities when they were not just interactive, but they were different, yes, like, okay, it's something different, it brings me new factor, and I can enjoy it because I'm learning in the process of doing something. With my students, when we prepared for the now and right now for multitask, I often tell them that it's a good approach to any type of learning, even while you're doing the exam. Take a look at the vocabulary and grammar that you see. It can be also your source of inspiration, what you will be doing next. So it's about that. You need to learn, not only during the classroom. You need to learn from homework too. Homework is important, but it should be a source of inspiration. Yes, and then only that will be bringing you motivation. No such things like that seem like, I don't know, too flowery, too interactive, too colorful. Just hoping that some exciting elements will bring the general excitement for you to do some homework. That's why it's a problem with students. Sometimes we try to make it colorful, but it still doesn't work just because students don't enjoy colors as much as they don't enjoy doing the same type of activities that we already seen. Okay, let's speak about teachers. What with teachers? Why teachers don't like homework? As I know many who don't really enjoy it given to students. So, can you tell me? As I know that it's hard to create your own assignments. You need to take time, you need to sit and think about it, and you also, even if you have good assignments, yes, a lot of time of preparation, it takes time. It takes time, even if you want to take it, yes. Sometimes you need to just make small amendments there, but it also takes time. You need to prepare, and sometimes even if it's activity that you bought or you have, but you need to share with students, you need to give to each student it takes time. Yeah, materials takes time, explanation, it's a lot of time, and this time is not going from I don't know, some separate account of your time. No, it goes from your time that you can spend on yourself, yes, and also it goes from account of your working time. So it takes a lot of useful time from you and also brings you this tedious works, yeah. So I know, I've been there, I'm still doing it, and sometimes I feel too much is too much. And I feel that sometimes it's good to give ourselves benefit for what we are already doing, not just saying like, hey, everyone do a lot of assignments, you need also to do a lot of assignments with your students. It's not like that. The best activities, it's then my students are more involved than I am, and I just monitor and support them. And I often ask my students not to do activity like you need to complete everything. No, you come to me explaining why, how and why. Bring me explanations. Don't bring me just the piece of paper. Yeah, so sometimes designing assignments, you want to create the best, but you create the worst just because you, in details, you forget the main purpose, learning intention. Yeah. Been there, done that. So, low rate of completion, I believe it's also often happening. Then we prepared some activity. I don't know. We decided to write to parents. We explain how to do it, but students come back and they say, okay, haven't done. One of them done, yeah, but with minimal effort, especially writing. Yes, not a lot of input was there, and it's also influenced by it's hard to give some activities. Okay. Homework for me, they said that it took too much time. Oh, it's very good activity. I wanted to propose you something like that. Take a look at this command from Banana. One day I asked students to prepare homework for me, so they said that it took too more time than to do homework. Yes, and I'm for that. Students really do homework a lot. And they know types of homework that you can assign to other students or to teacher. That's why I sometimes give them this task just to bring fun or some new element for them. They create homework. They create it for different classroom, or it can be done like activity that we will be using for next lesson for just enforcing some topic. So I believe it's hard to create your own task. And also, don't hate me for that, but I'm sometimes show my students how to use Gemini and GPT chat to create such activities for them to understand that they can play with language and create tasks and enjoy it. But they also take responsibility to set minimum criteria, like level of SERP. Yeah, they need to understand what intention will be there. So they like live through practical approach of taking the part of learning process, taking the responsibility of being the mentor. Yes. So it takes it takes time for them to understand, but nevertheless, they appreciate more work that you give after that. Next one, cheating and coping. I believe often we see this problem too. Yes, and who wants to see that the homework that you prepared, that you've chosen for your students, had been copied? All your students try to cheat you about it. Yes, like, okay, you set a rule about homework, we will try to cheat you as many times as we can. We will try to do it like that. We will give you a lot of excuses and hope you will just be eating these excuses. So it can be like that. It's hard to see students cheating, students copying, as we hope to teach as teachers the best. Good intentions we propose to our students. We try to set some values with them. We want to discuss with them how to be the better people, how to support each other, not just learn the very toxic approach to learning, like copying, cheating, finding easier ways. Not always the hard way is the best, but nevertheless, cheating and copying, no. Collaboration is good. If they sitting together to finish homework, I will applaud to my students. If they trying to do this approach that was very popular when I was learning, one student is doing homework, the rest is copying, no. I can recognize the pattern in homework completion. So probably we will be having discussion about, okay, I will add some variable to homework, and then each of you will be doing your own. So there are some strategies to deal with cheating and copying. I believe it's an interesting topic to discuss in the future. unequal support at home. As I told you, I don't promote the idea of parents being a part of homework completion, but nevertheless, sometimes even with students that are supported by parents and they have all the gadgets, they have all access to that time, they can sit and do homework. Not all this, they provided this support at home, yes? Some distractible elements can be included by family intentionally and unintentionally, as they want to test their students. Okay, you're doing homework, I will be listening to loud music, not respecting, yes, that they need quiet moment for student to finish homework. Also, not given the space, young brothers or sisters can come and distract. Also, you need to do two types of activities, like you need to call your grandma and also do homework and also do some helping activities at home. So all of that, it's not about providing support for students when we do homework. That's why it's something, it's usually not the topic that we want to discuss with families, but it's still, we need to understand that when we see that other students not proposed the equal support, maybe it's a good idea to start writing letters to parents, like proposals, like advice, what you need to do. Especially, I see right now a trend in primary school, as such letters are often sent with proposals. Okay, you need to understand that you need to set the table or place. It should be quiet moment. We will be doing like that, revision. Ask your student about what they learned today. It's also about support. So unequal support, it's that. Not always it's about material things, not always it's about emotional support, but it's usually a combination of two things. If you see that your student supported, you feel motivated to give more interesting tasks to help students to develop. If you see that they don't want to do and parents don't support doing homework, or they enforce toxic approach as parents it's previous students in many cases. So like you need to sit, don't sleep, sit all the night and do your homework. No, it's bad approach. Better not to do homework at all, as if it's harmful to mentality, to physical state of students, it's not possible to learn. I often tell parents of my students that around 9 o'clock we are stopping, no learning process. So 9 o'clock p.m. yeah, we are stopping. Don't force your students to learn past it, and never send me messages after 9 p.m. about homework. I don't know. It's also like the already time to relax, but not to teach. Yeah. Okay. One more. Multi-grading, complicated tasks that you need to take a look, and it seems like sometimes we're not creating activities for home for our students, but we create activities for us to do at home. Yes, to spend a lot of time on checking it, on finding some mistakes and doing the same repetition as other students don't enjoy. So all that, those criteria that students don't enjoy about homework, the teachers often don't enjoy just because they need to do after stage, yeah, of homework, like they finished it, but it's not other time to do our homework, to check it. And I know it's hard. I know I often try to be a cheater here, finding some ways that we can check it together with students, or have conversation about it, or just include peer checking, but explaining criteria. Yes. So you see, we have this. Oh, we don't want to have homework in other teaching and learning environment, and it's very easy to find this common ground with your students if you tell them, okay, I won't be providing you any type of homework, or I will be giving you only easy homework. And I believe it's the worst things that we can decide as a group, that we are learning and studying together, that we will be doing only easy things or we won't be doing anything, just because we find it's unenjoyable. And sometimes I come to this realizations like, okay, at this moment, what is happening with my group or what's happening with my classroom, it's that I'm trying to please them with what I'm doing, how I teach to them. I try to please. I want to be nice to them. I want them to love me, to respect me, to support my teaching. That's why I'm trying to give them only good things, yes? And never give them any challenge. And if you can recall the Vygotsky theory about the zone of approximate learning, we're talking about zone of the we experience challenges. Comfort zone, it's too boring. Stress zone, it's too hard. Yes, so we are dealing it will be boring or hard, but between them is a challenge zone, and students can enjoy it more if we give them some challenges and support them in it. That's why I hope you won't give up with your students on homework, but you just find another approach and not feel that it's limited and it sets you to do in particular routine that really hard to follow. Okay, I will be showing you examples of homework, and I want to answer this question: to be or not to be? Yeah, to do or to play? What to do with homework? Take a look. This homework, it's a classical one. Yeah, so we have a page from workbook. A lot of such pages we can see. We can just fill in some spaces, and it seems like you take pencil, you fill in it, you learn some vocabulary, you do some listening, so seems like not the hardest one, not the most interactive and interesting, but nevertheless, it's a classic one. How do you think, what benefits of such work? Then we have just page of printed workbook. We said such homework to students. What benefits? Let's not talk about negatives, as we discussed a lot of them, yes? And most of them will be the same for any type of that we will propose. What about benefits? As I know, we often use still printed books. Not every teacher wants to follow digital platforms and other new approaches. Yeah, okay, it's a good, yes. Don't need any preparation. Yes, you just tell the page, you tell what activities need to be done, and all materials are proposed, and students see it here, and it's something material. They can touch it. Yeah, so it's quick. Yeah, it's visualization, it a quick approach to the training. They can sit at home, they can sit at school, they can visit library and do it there. So they can find the space there to do it. They have their page, they're working with it. So no additional preparation, no playing with it, no a lot of activities. Okay, yes, so we revise some vocabulary, we revise it through different approaches. Yeah, so 2 activities to vocabulary, 3 for listening, but I believe they are connected. So obviously I've chosen the topic homes, so it will be about that. Okay, I will show you a different one. Take a look. It's also about homes. What benefits here? It's word wall. And I need to mention, I created it myself for Imagine for Ukraine, for primary, but nevertheless. Okay, yeah, Olena. And I believe most of us still will be using paper textbooks for a pretty long time. It's not like they're going out of fashion. They stick to us. Okay. Yes, it's a game, yeah? But then you tell your students, oh, you need to play a game for homework. Most of them would feel like, okay, I'm ready to play. Give me your homework if it's for first time. For second, like, okay, I know it's not the finest game, but nevertheless, it's better than just a page, yes? So often it's like that. But what benefits? Other benefits in games given as homework, as gamification right now manifests not only in primary school, but also going to secondary and also adult learning. That's why it's okay. If we want to learn vocabulary, it's pretty the same level. So here a bit harder elementary. Then we have A1 plus and A1. Yeah, so pretty close one. Grammar prepositions. Yes, it's peculiarities that we will be learning, but approach the students are engaged. Yes, it can be like entry level of what we want to do with students. If you see that we have very negative reaction to standard printed version, you can start with it. They can be working together, but if we're talking about negatives at least a bit, it takes time to prepare. Yeah, it takes time, even if it's a quick one to do. Still, it takes time. You need to put your creativity to it. You need to find pictures. You need to write sentences. Take a look here. I also have this all options voiced. It's automatic voice, but nevertheless, it still takes time to set everything correctly. That's why. If I have 5 minutes, I stick to printed version. If I have, let's call it an hour to take a look at homework and decide what I want to do, probably I will be combining. But nevertheless, I would mostly stick to the printed one. Okay. I want to show you that right now we don't need to choose between Aniraisa, sorry to see that you had some problems. I believe we are recording, so it will be sent to you. Okay, more social lesson. Yeah, students can tell about their life and preferences. With help of picture. Also, yes, pictures can be, and colorful pictures. Pictures are more interesting to take a look and easier to comprehend. We often see words like that in different colors. Here only gray. So obviously not always it works like that. Sometimes it's better to show real photos than just like here I believe it's a model of a place. But nevertheless, different approach. It can be a way how we take a look at maybe students learn how to plan. So why not? Also, I want to show you that we don't choose only from given students printed a picture or we given them a digital game. Take a look. This is another type of homework that Voices is proposing. It's from the same book, but it's what you see at the end of a lesson. Explore more. Read more about Mars homes. Search online, home and Mars. Have you ever given such vocabulary? Oh, sorry, vocabulary. Homework. Homework. Obviously. We're talking about concept, and please go and search more. And tell it to us next time. Find additional information. Find something interesting for you. You can go and find something that piques your interest. As with adults, it's works sometimes magically if they come to you saying, sorry, but can we learn without doing any homework? And then people pay in for your work. They often set such criteria. Don't make anything tedious for me while I'm learning, but make it enjoyable, please. That's why I use this trick to give them some bits of homework, but that doesn't look like homework. You can Google something. You can find some information. You will tell some funny joke that maybe you found about it, or maybe you will find some infographics, or maybe it will be Reddit, Quora article, or you will go for, I don't know, YouTube. Yes, YouTube, you will find something on YouTube and you will watch and tell me. Or maybe you found some information about Yunnan and you don't want to speak about Mars, but you want to talk about film and places that people lived there. Okay, but I will mention that such activities are good only in one approach. If you Show your students what they learned during the lesson, so they understand what was happening during the lesson. They know the aims that they need to follow, like this lesson we've done, and they know what we are looking for. So then my students go Google homeworks. They also will be paying more attention to present continuous, to particular constructions, to particular phrases. They will be looking for what they already learned, and some connections will be happening there. Well, I'm not monitoring it, but they will be still doing it. But the best, it's not just setting a goal for one lesson. If you want some connection between lessons, like homework is sometimes used as connector between lessons. Please try to discuss. Yes. Mila, good mentioning. Yes, it's a bit particular book. It proposed different approaches. It's the group of authors were writing it. If you're interested in more classical one, I will mention outcomes today too. So take a look. What I'm saying right now, it's will be happening with any type of book. Secondary, adults, the same. Lesson goals. For the next lesson, also explain at the end of the lesson what you will be learning next time. Then this natural connector homework will be helping you. Like today, we learned about present continuous. Who can tell me the rule for it? Oh, it's like that we're creating. Good. We remember the strategy. We remember the rule. We are great today. Good work. And then homework. Google something, find additional information. Why? Why you looking for it? You will be describing your own home. So just pick up some vocabulary while you're doing something fun. Like you're reading about Mars, it's something fantastic. If you want, you can change the planet. Or maybe you want to talk about water homes. Yes, choose that. But nevertheless, why we're doing it? We discuss different types of homes. Right now, you're looking one of the types of homes. It's like living in a different sphere than we usually live. Yes, and then you will describe in your home. So we will be playing about this topic. Setting goals can help you in that. Talking about what grammar is good to use in particular homework also give you this connector. So it's always about connecting lessons, not just going for separation, like we have a lesson, then pause, we have homework, then pause, we have a lesson one more time. Yeah, it don't need to be a break time like homework. It need to be connectors. Then it will be supporting learning. It's one of the approaches, but they can be different. I also will take you with me. I will show you example, and you will. Okay, give me a second. I'm taking you with myself to. Okay, there we go. We are going here. I'm taking you to the platform Spark, and I will show you homework that can be done digitally. So elementary, let's go for this level. Take a look. What right now we can do, and what approaches we usually take if it's even in such way. I told you how, so we will go there. Let's go for grammar. Just general one. Take a look. Also, these playful activities that seems like education, that we need to do something. Okay, pretty easy one. Tell me what I need to do. Complete sentence and question with what's them. How I need to do it. What I need to do. As I know, I hope you will try to figure out it together with me. What students need to do here. What action I need to do. Draw. Okay, but I don't have pencils, so fill in a gap. How I will do it? You see, I'm typing. No, I'm clicking. Oh, I'm clicking it. It becomes chosen. Yes. Okay. Good. Choose. I need to choose. Okay. Okay. What You, no? Okay, let's be good students. I'm chosen. Oh, yes, it's working. Yeah. Next one, chosen, and yes. But I told you, this is a problem. Then I just give such activities to my students. If I haven't shown similar during the lesson, the problem will arise that students will tell, oh, I didn't know how to do it. Not because they didn't know the rule, just because it's not always very understandable what they need to do. That's why it's important to show any type of new homework that you propose to students. As even good activities, they are lost on students just because it's confusing to them what instruction, yeah? And also, take a look, it's important. If you propose some homework and you want to connect to your learning process, give some tips. Give the tips, tell them there to look for answers. What will support them, then you are not there to support. Then they can't ask you questions. What will be supported? Some good advice, some proposal, where to take a look. Not to tell them, like, you're closing a book. Yes, you're closing your book and then doing homework. No, open your book. Open, take a look at the pages. Here, at this particular page, take a look, grab a reference. You can use it there. So it's always about this support. I often ask my students, then we do it in printed workbooks, to put their word list before their unit. And every time that they find a new word, they go to their word list, put some doodle or put some mark, like, okay, they figure out a new word, or they look for explanation and learn this word that maybe they forgotten that, maybe they just find it hard to pronounce it, or maybe some particular moment seems distractful for them and they don't understand the meaning. Like general meaning is there, but they want a particular one. So word list can support their learning, then you don't support them because it's homework. Yeah. So obviously, if we go for several examples and then we're done with first, it's easier. Yes, we just choose and we put. So it's what we can show to students. I also want to show you that right now we are going this learning as we can create such games anywhere, I believe. Yes, to fill in or matching activities right now, a lot of platforms propose to you. You see, but it's also necessary word list to be there. It needs to be supported visually. Pay attention. It's don't need to be cartoonish if it's not primary school. Even with primary learners, not always you go for cartoonish pictures. Sometimes the pictures that support learning can be also distractful. If it's speaking about objects, it should be these objects, not a lot of additional things happening here, some actions happening. It's just plumb. Yeah, it just standing here, and also I will show you even the complicated ones. Then we give to our students need to be these poses for them to understand. Take a look. Activities for communications. It's speaking tasks. So then students need to record their voice, and then one of the choice will be chosen for them. Like they're listening and they answering. But take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dots. 5 stages for this activity. Yes, they're separated, but it's good to separate. If your platforms propose you separation, it's good activities as it gives your students time to think what we are doing here, and not see all activities that feel like, oh, okay, I need to do 5 sentences. It's hard. 5 times I need to record. Don't overstress them before they start doing homework. Yes, but support. If you can remind them their useful vocabulary, their useful language from your books, it's a good approach to learning this homework. As I told you, then we don't support our students. We need to help them to understand that, to look at their reference materials. Especially, I'm very sad when students don't use like irregular verbs because they find, okay, I need to open textbooks, it takes time, it's too long, okay, I don't know what to choose, it's hard, all that. For that not to happen, I open it during the classroom, I show them at the end of the classroom, okay, it's here, you see? You know, if you want, you can find something interesting. Some activities right now I enjoy that we can do something like that. We can listen to conversation and record it. So also different types of activities you can find. IE and platforms can propose you good approaches to it. Okay, let's return it here. I told you we will be discussing this choice-based homework, and I believe it's we will be finishing as I need to let you go with it. So, choice is good. I believe it's important to choose. People enjoy choosing. Ukrainians enjoy having freedom, yes, of choice, and it's something that we don't need to take away from students. As right now, we can give them a bit of freedom and take a look at it. Okay, is it working? Is it not working for us? But nevertheless, it's important, okay, that we focus when we propose the choice on two topics. It's what they're doing and how they will be doing. As it's important to stick to the learning intentions, all this applying critical thinking approach, creative thinking approach, why we want them to learn something and what they are doing and in what way we will be doing something, and how it will be a connector to the next lesson, to what we want to teach them next, and what we already taught to them. Okay, how we can do that? It's important, I believe. First of all, different type of activities. If you don't want to stray from your book, just try to mix what you're doing in the unit. Yes, it's hard to choose doing vocabulary before grammar or the same, I don't know, reading before writing, but nevertheless, you can separate it, you can play with it, you can propose different additional variants what your students can do. In some textbooks, you can find such advice. In some, it's your own creativity that can help you to develop such activities. But usually the best one is when you tell your students, okay, you have variant. You need to read the text and answer questions. But I can propose you two options. Each of you reading a text, or we will be doing it by blocks. You read in one block, you give answers, but you need to do it in groups and pairs. You can also create presentation for this block of text. You can give your own resolution about it, your own review, or maybe the best vocabulary that we found and you want to share about it. So any type of activity that will promote student thinking about it, sitting and looking at it like at the task, not just looking at it like, oh, today's work, one more type of the same, fill in the gaps. Yes. Next one, play with difficulty, as it's often we want something easy one and very basic and so comfortable and shows all the time that we are best, we can do anything in this world. But then we play with adding some challenge. It works best for learning, and also it works best with students as they start to play this game. Okay, new level, and who doesn't love to level up? Like, okay, I do something easy one, next one is complicated, a bit more complicated, okay, from easy one to more complicated, scaffolding technique, yeah, but nevertheless, then we, easy one, you feel like you winner, yeah, you feel like you can do everything, and then a challenge, okay, you see, you have your limitations, you need to work on them, but nevertheless, next time you will have easy one, okay, I feel motivated, I can do a lot of activities, but with some I see my limitations. We need to be a bit sly about it. We need to play with our students, and then it will be much more interesting for them to do that. And then different topic approach, what to focus, it can help. Then you need to check a lot of this homework, and it's the same, like the same writing, the same I don't know, what, dialogue creation, that you take a look. Give them different aspects and they will be enjoying it, choosing what we are working on. And it would be this variable moment that it's hard to cheat, hard to copy as they work on with different homework. And the last one is collaboration. I really advocate for students to do more pair and group homework than solo, as I believe it's important right now. We are approaching mediation, and it's one of the things that tell us, listen, we can help each other. We are not individuals learning English. We are community learning English, and Ukrainians right now will be developing such English-speaking community more and more. That's why these activities that can be checked together, or they can be done together. They are more interesting right now for students. And if you're speaking about what our students need, there is such idea that Generation Alpha, and they have different approach to information, at least different from mine. That's why I need to cater to what they need in this particular sphere. They like to collaborate. Not always it's direct collaboration, but it can be done in stages. So the first student do this part, they give it next part they give to second student, but also set study groups and set some study halls. It's one of the interesting ideas that I want to bring to discussion with you. Also, I need to invite you to a pretty big discussion. Let me take you one more time, as I believe the best to approach it, it's not to speak for me to invite you, but it's to author of the book to invite you to visit his event. Tell me, do you know Hudella? Pluses, minuses? Let's do like that.
Hello there. Привіт. Як справи? My name's Hudella.
Okay. I see some of you know him, but most of you don't know. Hugh is a big fan of lexical approach. He speaks that we need to learn in they, then we learn vocabulary together in chunks, in blocks. We learn phrases. We don't learn separate words, as it's easier to learn to situation of communicative situation than just you learning phrases in hoping to appear in some communicative situation, this situation and then, and it's never happening. No, particular situation, and we're speaking about it. Like you're talking about political situation, you learn a lot of phrases for it, yeah, and you can communicate it with any type of approach. Yes, lexical approach, productive one. He will be given this speech to us. And also, I want to invite you to this particular person, not just because he's such a good teacher, but because he also a big fan and one of the biggest ELT supporters for Ukraine and Ukrainian teachers. If you don't know Hudella, please Google him, Lexical Lab. I will leave all the links for you. Then I will leave it with your certificate. So please check it. We have Hugh giving us a speech about his new book for adults in several weeks. So please have a page and check the date. I will just show you the video. I hope it with the sound. Yes.
Hello there. Привіт. Як справи? My name's Hudella, and I'm a teacher and teacher trainer based here in North London. Along with Andrew Walkley, I'm also the co-author of the 6-level Outcomes series, which has just reached 3rd edition with National Geographic Learning. And I'm very much looking forward to talking to you all on the free National Geographic Teachers' Day for Ukrainian Teachers of English on the 23rd of May. I'm going to be talking about some things I do when I'm using the outcome series that I think lead to better results with the students. Just basically sharing some practical ideas from my own everyday classroom practice. Look forward to seeing as many of you there as possible. And until then, Slava Ukraine.
Yeah. So if you're interested in this approach, please come. Okay, I see some of you didn't register. I will check it. I will be checking the chat, so please contact me. If you don't find your certificates, I will show you there you can find your certificates, and most of you pretty know, I believe, that we propose your certificates very quickly. Take a look. Calendar. You come to Linguist site, you choose methodological support, you go for calendar of other events, and then you just scroll. Okay, mine is here. Take a look. Right now we see registration and also not clickable завантажити сертифікат link. But what you need to do, you need to wait one day, tomorrow. Here you will find your video, and also you will find your certificates here. We also will send you a letter, but sometimes magically they don't come to you. Maybe it's just they appear in the trash bin, but who knows? Who knows? Magically they don't often find you. Like, they're not robots. They are not providing the best services. They not Nova Posta. Yeah, it just automatic send in to you your certificates. But nevertheless, if you need your certificate, you can find it here. But also a new cool thing. If you've been to other webinars, you can also check your certificates like that and find all of them starting the beginning of this year. So if you're a big collector and a big fan of linguists, you can come here, find all video and also all certificates here. So please come, especially if it's conference. I know right now we are approaching the end of the year and you need to check what certificates you have. So please do it like that. Come and take a look. I believe it's all here. And all future events also in the calendar. So methodological support and then calendar. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed my let's call it like that, debating with myself about what to do with homework. I believe they need to take a look at the design in it, but we can find what we can do with it only together. That's why I believe it's good when we start such conversations and we also share more with colleagues. So I thank you for being with me, giving me even 20 additional minutes to speak. And I hope to see you in the future for our future event, especially for Hudela, as I'm a big fan of this guy, and he taught me the best approach. The best approach to what you can do in ELT, in teaching, it's a human type of approach. What works best online, what works best offline, it's human type of approach. Then you speak human to human. Yeah, person to person, about what you're doing together. That's why this homework, I want to use it also. So thank you. Bye-bye.